back to our channel. Ruth here, and in today's video I'd like to share with you how to increase your income by working from home, and these are 5 things you can actually consider doing right where you are. Now, I understand that some may have a full-time job and you just want to have a couple of side hustles. You might have a couple of spare hours during the weekends and in the evenings that you can actually do. Now, some of you who are listening you might be students and you want to actually earn a side income. And some of you could be, let's say, a parent. You have to look after your kids at home, but you want to actually do earn some extra income with the time that you've got in your hands. So whatever your reason might be, I think it's always a good thing to actually find ways to actually make some extra money. So let's get started. The first one is you can actually consider turning your hobby into an income. For example, if you like taking photos, right, and it's actually really nice photos and your friends tend to tell you, wow, your photos are amazing, you can actually consider providing a service as a photographer. For example, a friend of yours might be getting married, or they might have like a 60th birthday. You can offer your service and say, hey, I'm actually available to take your photos. These are my charges. And you begin to actually spread the word around so that people know that you actually provide that service. If you like baking, you can actually offer to cater for parties and events. But it could be something as simple as, let's say, music. Let's say you can play a musical instrument. You can actually offer a service to teach someone how to play musical instruments. Now, a couple of years ago, I used to do quite a number of side hustles. I still do some of them now, but I'm a partner in a law firm at the moment, so I'm pretty involved, but I also run a business consulting and a coaching business. So with that, it takes up a lot of my time. But a couple of years ago, as side hustles, I used to be a personal trainer. So I would train clients, I would teach in the gym, but also have my personal clients. At the same time, I was a music teacher. I taught piano, I taught singing lessons, and I also did songwriting. I've produced a couple of albums. I love music. And so I had a songwriting business where I actually wrote songs for people, whether it's like a wedding song or a love song or a birthday song, and actually have it recorded professionally. And even this year, recently, I actually wrote a song for a school here in Australia, and I actually got paid for it as a side hustle. So you can actually turn your hobby into an income. So my question to you is, what is the one thing or the couple of things that you actually love to do and you think maybe you can actually generate an income out of that and take that next step to let people know? Number 2, you can actually consider online services nowadays. These are something that you can actually do in your private time. You don't have to be going out. And yeah, it's kind of like, in a way, exchanging your time for money, but at least it's something that you can actually do in your private time. You don't have to meet someone face to face to do it. So you can actually provide that online, whether it's web design, video editing, logo design, proof editing, copywriting, if you have good English. And I heard that there are people who actually help people how to fix up their resumes, and they get paid for it. So there's a lot of things that you can actually get your hands on, and you can register on different platforms, and that depends on where you live. Here in Australia, we can actually obtain services on Fiverr, Upwork, Airtasker. So depending on which country you're in, you can just do a quick Google search and see where you can offer your services. Number 3, produce your own intellectual property. Now, this is an interesting one because I believe that all of us, have been called somehow with a unique purpose, and we have something that we can bring to the table that we're good at. And the thing is, not everyone is good at everything, but all of us are good at something. So my question to you is, what is the something that you are actually really passionate about, you're really skilled at, you're really good at, and consider actually making up a course, an online course. There are lots of free platforms that you can actually make your courses on, and usually I think you publish it for free, and then you would sell your courses, but then the platforms or the companies will actually take a percentage out of it. You can consider writing an ebook on a particular topic. Could be anything, and publish it yourself. You don't need a producer. You can actually publish your books yourself. It could be music, it could be art, it could be photos that you can sell in various platforms. At the moment, for example, I've got music that's published on iTunes, on Spotify, etc., which I've produced over the last 10 years. And sometimes I make sell here and there, but sometimes I actually get paid for copywriting because someone else is using my songs. And it's actually very encouraging, at the end of the financial year to get a paycheck. Might not be a huge paycheck at the moment, but it's still a side income that I can earn. So definitely consider just doing it, and you don't have to be famous or anything like that at the moment. But the thing is, you never know where that one step can take you. So take a leap of faith and produce something of your own. Number 4, the fourth thing that you can do to increase your income by working from home is consider things like babysitting or pet sitting. For example, if you're a mom and you've got a couple of children, and that you've got working friends or colleagues who might be very busy, you can offer and say, hey, if you really need to, you can drop your kids off my place, and then offer a babysitting service. Now, obviously, it depends on the country you're in, because some countries you have to be very careful with regulations. You have to be, qualified to actually do certain jobs. So make sure you comply with the laws of your country. But it could also be pet sitting. A friend of yours is going away for about 7 days, and they don't know where to send their dogs and their cats and their birds. And if you don't mind them coming to your home, bring them on, and you charge a fee for it. So something that you can do hands-on. And I even heard of cooking services. So if you don't mind, you can actually cook a little bit extra, and you can deliver the food. Like, I would actually pay for someone to cook for me, especially when I'm really, really busy, right? So consider that. And finally, the 5th one is consider renting out your room or your car, whether it's Airbnb, or even provide services such as being a local travel guide. A couple of years ago, I brought my parents to Japan for a holiday, and I was doing some research, and it was pretty amazing because there were people who can speak multiple languages, and clearly I can't speak Japanese. Except for, thank you or sushi. But there were people who were offering services to say, well, I'll translate for you. I'll take you to different places, but I'm going to ask you to pay me, $100 a day or $300 a day. So there's a lot of things that you can actually do. And it's not difficult. You just have to, take that first step to see what actually suits you, what you enjoy, and you can actually make a pretty decent side income. I have heard of people who can easily make up to $1,000 a week, which actually replaces their 8 to 5 job. So something for you to consider. I hope that was helpful. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video. And before you go, would you be so kind to hit the like and subscribe button so we can keep you motivated? And you know what? It's going to mean the world to me. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.